So Michael Morales just finished Gilbert Burns, and there's a lot of people that are kind of overhyping it, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very impressive that he finished Gilbert Burns because I thought he was going to, 4-1 decision him and just dominate him by points. I didn't expect him to finish it, but I did think he could if, Gilbert Burns was completely washed, and he was, in my opinion. I don't think a prime Gilbert Burns or, a regular Gilbert Burns would just fold like that. I feel like the finish came more from Gilbert Burns wanting a way out than Michael Morales finishing Gilbert Burns in impressive fashion, in my opinion. But still, he got it done. However, I just don't like how people are saying he's a problem. He just finished a prime Gilbert Burns. Hamza Chimaev took him 3 rounds to a war, and Michael Morales finished him in the first round. It's not the same Gilbert Burns. I think a prime Gilbert Burns was after he got finished by JDM, and that was it. I don't think he was in his prime against Sean Brady. I don't think he was in his prime in this fight currently. So I just think people need to chill out. Michael Morales does have a lot of potential going by that performance. I don't really think so, but he might because he's only 25 years old. So that's really impressive, and he's a big dude. So he might get by, but I think he loses to Ian Gary, Jeff Neal. He might be Jeff Neal, especially now. Especially Jeff Neal fights Carlos Prates and gets finished. I think he will. I think that's the next matchup. I think Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal is next, and Carlos Prates will finish Jeff Neal, in my opinion. So he could finish Jeff Neal. He could probably beat Covington now. There's some people he could beat, but top 5 level and the way people are describing him, I don't think he beats. I don't know how people are overhyping him. Even the Weasel was this guy is a problem. I don't think he is. We need to chill a little bit. He beat Neil Magny, and now he beat a washed Gilbert Burns. We need to chill on the glaze a little bit because Burns just came in there and kind of gave up. He literally pulled an Anthony Smith in that fight. I don't know why people are milking it so hard. Gilbert Burns didn't throw anything back. In the beginning, he was throwing back, but then he got hurt, but not really. He just folded and just kind of just crumbled into a ball, got right back up, tried to go for Morales' leg, tried to take him down, couldn't take him down, and then got finished afterwards and just curled up again. So I don't know how far Morales would go, but I don't think we should be ranking that performance so highly because obviously it's not the same Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns will never fold like that in his whole career. Unless you jab him in the face, then maybe you could fold him like that because Gilbert Burns could eat overhands for days, but if you hit him with a jab, oh, he's going down. You know what Gilbert Burns is right now? I was going to say a Neil Magny, but currently I think he's his brother. Gilbert Burns' brother, every time he got in a fight after 5 or 4 minutes, he just gives up and then that's it. I think he's in that category of fighter right now. I don't think he has any grit anymore. I feel if he gets in any brawls now, he's going to get folded very easily by anybody. I think Covington would probably beat him now. Even, I don't know. I think Randy Brown would probably beat him. I think he would probably beat Kevin Holland, but even then, if Kevin Holland gets a 1-2 before Gilbert Burns could get the takedown, I think he might even beat Burns right now. That's how washed I think he is. So it really depends in his next performance because he did say that he's not going to retire, and I don't know why he said that because he is pretty much done in my opinion because his next fight they're not going to give him a layup. I know they're not going to give him a tune-up. They're going to give him a hard matchup and he's going to get folded very easily. So it's kind of sad to see Gilbert Burns to go out like this. Also, that one dude, what was his name, that hangs out with Moicano and him, they have their own podcast. He spent $15,000 on Gilbert Burns, and every time somebody bets a stupid amount of money like that, I'm like, damn, I feel bad for you. And he was in the crowd. Imagine watching that, bro. Oh, that gotta hurt badly. It really does, because everybody was saying that you shouldn't have put that much money on Gilbert Burns, but he's a 6-1 underdog. To be fair, Gilbert Burns should have been a 6-1 underdog, but I knew he wasn't gonna win that fight regardless, so it didn't even matter what the underdog or who was the favorite mattered to me, because regardless, he was gonna lose that fight. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his bank account, but that's on him. He shouldn't spend that much money on Gilbert Burns in 2025, who is almost 40 years old. But I get the underdog, but he shouldn't have done it. What was the point of that? I don't even know. It's just I saw that and I'm like, bro, why are you spending $15,000 on Burns? I get he's your guy, but that's too much money to just risk, Like, the only one that made sense was like Thiago Moises. But then again, I don't know, he was like a big underdog, but I knew he was an underdog. That was like a good pick you could have made. But I didn't go with that because I thought he was overrated and he's not that good in my opinion. Like, everybody talks about Thiago Moises, like, oh, who has done that to Thiago Moises? Like, there's just like 7 other people that like flatlined him or like absolutely dominated him. It made no sense to me how people kept talking about Thiago Moises because every time he fought elite comp, he like gets folded very easily. I get it, they're elite, but like, you shouldn't be folded that easily. Now he's losing to people that I thought would beat him. But to be fair, he did take down Islam. That's crazy. He took down Islam Makhachev. He got choked out right after, I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't matter. You still slam Islam Makhachev, so that's kind of impressive. But like, he couldn't take down a dude that lost to Nate the Train. So no, who got sold by Nate the Train? He couldn't take him down for nothing. I forgot his name, but I'll post it right here. But yeah, that's crazy. How could you not take down a dude that got subbed by Nate the Train? But then again, he was more of a lightweight than he is a featherweight, so that would matter. But I'm glad Jared Gordon got the win because he is very underrated. Nobody talks about it. He's not super underrated. Like, I think Grant Dawson would still beat him. Like, I don't know if he'll get ranked. Like, he should arguably be ranked because he beat a lot of good guys that he got robbed by. Like, he was beating the brakes off of Bobby Green. Like, if you watch that fight back, he was kind of schooling him on the feet. Not schooling him, but like, he was piecing him up. And then he got robbed by Bobby Green because he freaking headbutted him illegally. I'm not gonna say that like it was on purpose, but it did look a bit, because what were you doing there? Like, I understand that like he was probably going for like that straight hand, but like, it did not look like that. How do you completely miss the target like that? But it's whatever. And then his last fight, he clearly got robbed again. And then like, he got robbed by Paddy Pimblett. And I just like, too many robberies for him, bro. Like, that's messed up because he's actually kind of underrated. He, like, in another world, he's on like a 4-5 win streak right now, probably ranked number 15. All right, that's enough glazing Jared Gordon. I don't know why I'm glazing him so hard. Maybe because I just think he's kind of underrated, or like I just feel bad for him because like he's getting robbed after robbed after robbed. DQ where like he's winning the fight until he got legally headbutted and then like robbed again. Maybe that's the reason, but I don't know. It's just I just feel bad, I guess, because I didn't like Jared Gordon for the longest. I didn't dislike him. I just thought he was boring and not that good. So I never like ranked him that highly, but after a while, he's actually becoming a really good fighter. I don't know if he'll get ranked, but I think he'll be around the area. Oh, like, you beat Jared Gordon? Like, he'll probably be like the new Thiago Moises or something like that. Who does that to Jared Gordon in 2025? That's probably going to be the new narrative. But anyways, I hope you liked the video. I thought it was pretty decent. I'm kind of sick right now. My bad. I've been sick for like 3 days. Yesterday, I felt like I was dying. I couldn't move. I could breathe, but like, it was getting annoying to even like swallow, pause, saliva. Like, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm gonna start making more content, and hopefully I'll be more better later on these days. But overall, I thought this card was actually pretty good. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a lot boringer than it actually was, but I was wrong. There was a bunch of finishes, and there was like 2 really good fights I'm gonna watch back because I was dazed for some of them. So I hope you liked the video. That's pretty much it. And Michael Morales' glaze needs to stop because he's not that great that we know of yet, because being that Burns isn't that impressive. Like, I think majority of people beat Burns right now. So let's see in his next matchup, then we could talk about like him being top 5 worthy or like a really good contender, you know? We need to chill on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, it was a good card, and I'm gonna go lie down because I feel very sickly as we speak. Ugh.